Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am so excited to be able to tell you in this video that all the dirt is here and the garden is ready to be planted. Yay, and my sprinkler system is back on, so the rest of the yard is getting water and I don't have to do everything by hand at the moment, which is lovely. So as you can see, we have our pathway and the dirt has been added, so it's about 3 to 4 inches higher on each side of the path. And yes, I do know that we still need to do the pathway. That's a work in progress and will be the next step here. But you know, foremost on my mind is just get the plants in the ground so that they can establish themselves for this month before we have our first frost. So that is going to be my main goal today. So I'm going to start right off by going to get some plants. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be planting. We have this long stretch of fence here, so I want to get the tallest bushes, trees in first because they really will be the background plantings here. We have Vanilla Strawberry Paniculata hydrangea up in the front corner, which is going to be 6 to 7 feet tall, so the fence is 8 feet. So you can see that it's going to get almost to the top of the fence. Same with Berry White here, another Paniculatas hydrangea, also 6 to 7 feet tall and 4 to 5 feet wide. So these are going to be pretty substantial. And then at the other end here, we have our standard form Rose of Sharon, the Lucy Rose of Sharon, which gets to be 8 to 12 feet tall. It's going to be the standard form like a tree, so it will have that lollipop on the top of it, but it will get a little taller than the fence. So those three are really going to be my backbone pieces here. So I am going to get planting. Okay, so we are starting over here with our vanilla strawberry. Now, we know that this is nice loose soil, so I don't have to use the root slayer today, which is good. I also know that they ran the main irrigation line right about here. It connects on the other side of this fence. So I'm going to pull this out from the fence just a little bit and do a nice deep hole. And yes, I use the Biotone starter fertilizer even though it is fall. So the recommendation is don't fertilize your plants, into the fall because we want our plants, hunkering down now for the winter. However, this has the special Biotone formula that really is good for root growth, and I want these plants to be putting on as much root growth as they can in this next month. So to me, this is worth putting in anytime you're doing a new planting like this. And then of course, a lot of water. Now these plants will be on soaker hoses, but I'm waiting to put the soaker hoses down until the plants are planted. So I have a hose hooked up now so I can give it plenty of water just to settle it in. And this is where I dig carefully because of the irrigation line. It would be a shame to break the irrigation line on my first hole that I dig. That looks good. So I like to fill the hole about halfway full with some water, give it a few minutes to sort of soak in so I know that the roots can reach for that fresh water. While that sort of absorbs, I'm going to go and dig the next hole. Except I need my shovel. Now I'm going to dig the next hole. Okay, next we have our Berry White Paniculata hydrangea. Now I'm a little unfamiliar with where everything is. Right here we have where the drip hose will connect. This is going to be the electric once we get a fountain in. So I'm assuming that the pipeline runs back here and then out to this. I think I'll be pretty good to plant right about here. Ooh, that was something, but I think it's a rock. Ooh, there is irrigation here. You want to check and make sure I didn't break anything? This is the line.
Didn't go as deep as he said he did.
He went very deep for the electric,
but not for
which came out here.
Looks okay.
Think we're okay?
Do you have to rebury it?
No, it's too much. I just want to make sure. I mean, good thing I wasn't using the root slayer.
Yeah.
This is a little further out than I would have done. It looks good. That's wire here. What do you think?
It looks okay. I'm tempted to tell him to bury it deeper.
I think if I plant the plant right over it, we're probably good. Do you think?
So the roots go into it.
How does this grow around it?
Okay. You want it deeper?
Yeah, I can move it back, the hole. That's what I'll do. But now I want to know where this runs. You know?
Presumably pretty straight.
That's what I'm thinking.
But he said 4.5 deep. Maybe he was just talking about...
I think he just talked about there. He did really, really deep here.
Okay. That's the part that doesn't really matter. That's the part that doesn't really matter. You're not digging in the middle.
Well, I'll dig that part and I'll dig out here. It's just a little... Okay.
You're going to hit this again and again and again.
Well, I just have to mark where it is what we're going to have to do. You know? As long as I didn't ruin it yet. You know? Yeah. And for this hole now, I know I can go here and be okay. I'm like a magnet. Like if there is something for me to hit, I will hit it. Oh gosh, I just hit something else. Oh, that looks like it's an old wire. Either that or it's now an old wire. Of course, they didn't come all the way to the fence. The nice thing is I've never had dirt like this. Like it's always been the root slayer. Like right away I knew I hit something. And I'm not using the root slayer.
Okay.
So maybe it'll be more like a normal person digging. Not saying I'm not a normal person. He said my new nickname was going to be the Slayer. I liked it. And on to the next plant. Here I am with the Rose of Sharon Standard. So a lot of the leaves fell off of this. I think it went into shock from its transition here and then sitting in the yard to be watered for a week or so. So it's looking a little worse for the wear, but I think it will still be fine. We're going to give it a nice big hole here and some water and hope for the best. And that would be the electrical box that I just hit. Okay, so let's uncover that. It's right here, I think. Yeah, so you can see, there it is. I'm going to keep the hole to this side of it. I'm gonna put some water in here and then we can move back to the others. Hopefully they'll be ready for planting. Looks good. So now we're going to head over here back to our panicle hydrangeas and get them in the ground. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now it looks kind of floppy right now. However, with these panicle hydrangeas, they do get heavy blossoms. So next year I would stake this up to make sure that the flowers stay up off the ground. But at least it's in and it should be okay. The water has almost gone down here. There's just a little bit left, so I feel like there's enough drainage. That's great. And it's okay to leave some of the water at the bottom. One more to go. Okay, this is where we pray for the tree. It's pretty dry. It feels like it's just gonna come. Nice. Woo! Oh no, there's roots that are stuck. Good. Now what? This is the tricky part, and that it has to be straight. I guess we can stake it. Thumbs up if it looks straight to you. Okay. Oh. So, let me give it a drink. I need a drink after that. Whew. Pretty good. Okay, so we have our Lucy Althea Rose of Sharon, our 2 panicle hydrangea that are our big pieces here, and now we get to have the fun of just filling in between, and it should be looking great. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.